So while I've had the engine running on this 04 Impreza Outback, I noticed that the crank pulley, the harmonic balancer there, was wobbling all around. So I decided I was going to take the belts off and get a better look to see what's going on there. And this is what I found. The balancer is not tight, the crank bolt is not tight, and it moves back and forth. Got a bad feeling that they've wallered out the cotter key for the crankshaft and possibly have the timing off. Absolutely not sure how this car was running the way it was, but I'll bring you back as soon as I get this pulley off and we see what kind of carnage is underneath there. Well, I was afraid of that. The harmonic balancer is well and true destroyed. I've not peeked down at the crankshaft yet and the timing pulley. Let's see if I can see. Oh gosh, that's what I was afraid of. Oh man. I guess I'll be pulling these timing covers now and seeing how bad this is. Alright guys, timing covers off and it is not looking good in here. One, this belt is super old. I assume he reused it when he did the rebuild. Looks like the idler pulley down here is starting to come apart. There's lots of little metal shavings, although granted that's probably a lot of the harmonic balancer. All of the pulleys have a lot of glitter on them. The belt guard isn't even tight. A whole bunch of cross-threaded bolts I found, mainly here on the tensioner. A lot of the incorrect bolt in the incorrect hole. Random bolts and fasteners sitting inside of the car. So here is the main issue. This is what's driven me crazy. I've been chasing a phantom rich condition with the oxygen sensor I thought was a phantom rich condition. I've been chasing vacuum leaks, all kind of things I've tested in this video, and my gut, as soon as I saw that harmonic balancer wobbling like the first time I pulled it in the shop, I said I need to investigate that, but I kind of brushed it off. Should not have brushed it off. Here is our issue. Our timing is off. Not sure if I'll be able to save this engine or not. A lot of times when this happens, this keyway, the little slot in the crankshaft, gets wallered out where you can't put a new Woodruff key in there and get it all to line back up. A lot of times when this happens, it's just your engine becomes a big old paperweight. You could put a crankshaft in it. Some places can weld and repair the snout of the crankshaft, but the time, money, and everything, you might as well get a short block or get an engine out of the junkyard or salvage yard. So this is where we're at on this car. Going to be pulling the timing set off tomorrow after I contact the customer. Going to try to find a new Woodruff key. Going to see how bad the crank is messed up, see if I can get it back timed correctly, and get it to fire off and see if that corrects the low power and hesitation, which I'm pretty sure that's where our problem is. So, or the entire problem. There might be some electrical issues still. Like he said, he shorted out the O2, so I don't know if he burned up the computer or what when that happened. There's just too many variables on this car with the work that's been done to it. Got the timing belt off. We're just going to see how bad it was. Talked to the customer last night, and it's a lot worse than I thought it was. If you look down here, let me get my phone in position. First off, I've gotten the engine back timed correctly, but if we look here, I don't know what the cause of this was, but somehow the timing cog has eaten itself into the oil pump. There's a ton of buildup here along the front crank seal. And I haven't been able to get a look at the keyway yet, but we're going to look at it right now, or at least you are. I'm going to tilt my phone down and under to see what it looks like. Hopefully it's not too watered out. I won't know because I don't have my mirror with me. I have to look back at this footage and see. But probably going to go ahead and try to get it back put together. Went to the house, grabbed a spare Woodruff key, harmonic balancer, crank gear, and we're going to try to retime it and see if we can get this thing going. But yeah, just a quick little intro update to the damage to start things off. Alright guys, a little update. Had to take the grinder and polish the crank right here a little bit. When that keyway rolled over, it bound up some material here and I could not get the crank sprocket on. So this side of the keyway slot is fine, this side's watered out. I'm going to see if it'll hold, but not too hopeful at the moment. Alright guys, so got that little bit of rounded over material ground down on the crank where I could get the pulley on here smoothly. But if you look, there's an awful lot of slop in the Woodruff key, and I'm afraid that if I put it back this way and run it, it's going to be enough to yank it and waller out this side due to the fact there's no material here to stabilize the back side of the Woodruff key. Customer's kind of out of money at this point, so what we're going to do is basically put the parts in the car, push it out. He said he was going to tow it home and fix it later. From here, we could weld the Woodruff key into the crankshaft, grind that all down, dress it, and hope we get it straight. Sorry about the shaky cam. I'm trying to hold this one-handed with my phone, and let's get out of there. Okay, so with this car, I'm probably going to push it out. Customer's going to tow it back home, fix it on its own accord. If we were to stay the course to fix this car, the best method at this point would be to replace the engine entirely or replace the short block due to the fact of how damaged that crank is. It's not worth the money to tear the engine back down and replace a crankshaft, given the labor involved and parts compared to just replacing an engine. So, could weld it, iffy. If you get it perfectly back timed, then you got to worry about trying to dress the weld back down to get the crank pulley to slide back over it, and just a lot of labor intensive stuff to do basically a botchy repair rather than just replacing it. So at this point we are done. This is going to be a really short video. Sorry we couldn't get this thing up and running for you guys, but that's just the way it is. Hope you enjoyed this short little video. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.